Hello, Leo, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of May 31st through June 6th. And during that time, we do have a full moon that comes in right on the 31st. That could be a time of heightened emotions. You might feel a little overwhelmed and anxious or snappy, a little bit irritable. You might have changes in your sleeping patterns. So if you're like me, I do have changes in my sleeping patterns, but life is very positive. I can't sleep because I feel like I just got to go, go, go. I'm a little bit manic, but in a positive way, I hope, in a good way. But it is a good time to release any resentment or fear and to practice patience and calm if you do have, if you do get a little bit more excited than some others. But also, we then move into the waning gibbous energy for the rest of the week. And that is a time of self reflection and rebirth, a good time to make positive changes and to get rid of bad habits and negative thinking. So please keep those moon energies in mind as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Leo. So, as always, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't on the table for someone else. And your overall energy right now, or your overall message for this reading, is a personal issue reaches resolution. All right, let's see what the Leo Collective has going on for the week. As I'm shuffling the tarot, my fun weekly reminder for you is that you try to get out in nature a little bit this week. I know it's been getting warmer here. We've had a little rain, but oh my gosh, I've really enjoyed spending time outside. I'm not great at spending a lot of time outside in the winter. I feel like I go from my car to the building that I need to go to. I'm not a wintry person. It's so cold. So this week it's been awesome. It's been very warm. I've been out playing in the garden, doing outside things, which I just really enjoy. So anyway, try to get yourself out in nature. I mean, you have the big full moon, and then the moon will be nice and big for the rest of so getting out there at night. We were out the other night just watching stars and satellites, so many satellites out there in the sky. So just get out in nature and close your eyes and connect and just enjoy it. And that is my fun weekly reminder for you. So, and on that note, Leo, I will stop babbling. Let's get into this reading. May 31st through June 6th, a personal issue reaches resolution. Your present energy right now is the Queen of Pentacles. So, this is you really having an understanding of how the material world works. This could be um, just you kind of on top of your game when it comes to the material world and maybe even your financial world, that sort of thing. So that's good. It's a good energy to have. Your current situation is the 10 of Pentacles. So you're definitely thinking about um, things a little bit more long term. You're not really thinking about like what's in your bank account right now or what you're doing. Where's that going to grow? How are you going to grow it? How are you adding to it? So that's something that's kind of just your current situation is like, I guess you're wanting to add to whatever nest egg that you've already built. How are you going to add to that? At the root of your situation is the Strength card. So I think this is the card of Leo. I was talking today about learning the astrology really deeply for these cards, which I've kind of learned it is just a whole other layer to tarot that I really do enjoy, but is really hard for my my brain to understand. But I do know that this is the card of Leo. This is one of the easier ones, right, with the lion on there. But this is the Strength card, and know that you have the strength and the inner strength to do anything. There's nothing you can't accomplish. I mean, Leos are very confident, and can get anything done. I've never known a Leo that couldn't. So when it comes to the material and the financial realm, shouldn't be an issue for you. Just get out there and do it. If you're having some sort of personal issue when it comes to that, it looks like it's resolving. It looks like you're going to find some solution for that. In your recent past here, Six of Wands. So, you're coming into this kind of feeling like you've had some success and you've had kind of some pats on the back and that sort of thing. And that's a good feeling. So again, whatever this personal issue might be for you, you're coming into it from a good place. You've got a good attitude. People seem to like the things that you do. So that's good. What's on your mind this week is the Emperor. So the Emperor is about leadership and building. What is it that you want to build? What is it that you want to build that's long term, that's going to make this 10 come to fruition, this long term wealth and security card? It seems like maybe that's on your mind. It could be, this could be a new job. This could be that you make a decision to build something new, to start a new career, to do something different. But that's definitely on your mind. As the Emperor card, it's the card of, the most stable. It's the four. The Emperor is like, he gets stuff done, much like a Leo. So putting all that together for you, you should kind of have a, what are you accomplishing this week? Because it's probably going to be something pretty big for you. What is just ahead of you this week? More stability. Wow, with the Four of Pentacles. So yeah, this seems to be something around the material world. Are you getting a new job? Are you getting a promotion? Is there something going on in the financial or work realm that's making you to be a leader, to step in to some sort of role like that? For some of you, I'm sure that is the case. In your advice position is the Seven of Cups. So don't forget to make, this says that you have a lot of choices and a lot of things that you can do. And this is really just about making the right choice. So, and what's the right choice? It's the right choice for right now. I mean, sometimes you just have to choose, make a choice, see where it goes. And if it doesn't, maybe you come back around to choose again, right? So looks like you do have a lot of options and a lot of things to choose from. So just choose wisely is what that is saying there. What is beyond your control this week is that the Queen of Cups is that you would be very, um, where the Queen of Pentacles here is really about understanding the material world, and not only for herself but the people around her. But the Queen of Cups is also kind of the same with your emotional world. So you're kind of really in touch with your own emotions and those kind of things, but the people around you kind of understand what their drivers are, and sometimes that's just an observational thing, but kind of beyond your control this week. What is your secret desire, or what are you trying to avoid? Page of Cups here. I know I said pace, but Page of Cups. Is it your secret desire to just have a sense of humor as you're going through all of this? Because that's kind of, the Page of Cups is kind of our joker of the deck. They have a sense of humor. Look at this. I mean, look at these clothes. Would you have a sense of humor if you got up in the morning tomorrow morning and put that on? I would. Uh, anyway, is it your secret desire is to be light about this, or are you trying to avoid being light about it? Either way is fine. If the sense of humor works in your direction and works to help you accomplish things and get things done and build things, then go ahead and use it. If it doesn't, then maybe put it aside. But that's kind of a big question for you this week. In your outcome, Leo, is the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is about new ventures. It can be about travel sometimes, but it is usually about some sort of new venture. So I do think for some of you, this is about a new job, a new path somewhere, maybe a promotion within a job that you're in, but kind of changing your path and deciding. It's almost like taking the world by the reins and saying, okay, I'm going to build something, and here's how it starts right now. Very interesting. You've got a lot of choices, and it looks like the world is your oyster. You'd have to choose what it is, how you want to work on it, set those goals, and start accomplishing things. All right, what is hidden from you this week is your ultimate happiness here with the Ten of Cups. So make sure, two tens on the deck. You might want to look up angel number 1010. I don't think we had any other repeaters, but look up angel number 1010 and see if that has any bearing on your life this week. But that's kind of hidden from you. I think you're in seeking mode and changing mode, and you're trying to get there. You're trying to make these improvements for really for long-term wealth of everyone and security. So what is that for you? And let's go ahead and start building that this week. So maybe some personal issues maybe have been holding you back, and that resolves this week, and you're ready to get to work on it. So all right, let's get you a final message here from the Soul Oracle deck. Final message here for Leo, and your card is to take a step back. And I just want to say that also, I mean, I don't think this is actually, it says this card's a 40, but if you look at this guy standing here in the 0, I always see this card as another 10. So there's 10, 10, 10. Is there? And I think these tens are like the happy ending tens. Take a step back. What is it that you're trying to build? How are you going to arrive at your happy ending? And what personal issue might be holding you back from that? Let's get that resolved so that you can move forward into this new venture. All right, let's see what you need to do in the way of self-care. Self-care for Leo this week. Self-care for Leo is the card called Surprise. Release your expectation and be open to surprise. I love that. I really do love that card. Um, sometimes we expect one thing and we're totally surprised when we get something 10 times more amazing. So, um, you know, these are happy ending cards. Look up 10, 10, 10. See if that means anything for you, and how do you get there? Making the right choices is where it starts, but making any choice is also where it starts. If you're not making any choice at all, of course you're going to stall, and you can't be a builder in that way. So make sure that you're thinking about, what is it that I want to build, and what decisions do I need to make to get there? And let's have a sense of humor and let's go get things done. So Leo, thank you so much for being here. I do hope there was something in this reading that you can take away and use in a positive way in your life this week. If you're comfortable sharing, drop me a comment down below and let me know if anything here resonated, or if you had questions. I'd be happy to answer those as well. And if you like my reading style, hitting like and subscribe will help you find me next week, which I think is pretty cool. Come on back and we can see where this story goes. So thanks again, Leo. Good luck with this, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.